Last year's FIFA offering on the 360 was a really solid game thanks to a revamped physics engine and a new online integration. But it still lagged behind the PlayStation 2 version in the features department, particularly with the unique interactive league setup. Now, in the third year of FIFA's next-gen run, the game finally feels like it's finished. It is a sad commentary on the state of sports games in the 360 PlayStation 3 era, but at least it's finally there. The aforementioned Interactive League has been added to FIFA 08, which is sure to please hardcore fans of clubs all over the world. Basically, any game you play with any club in this mode will count towards the worldwide standings of said club across the entire platform. It's a really interesting way to build a larger online community around the game, something that's really important for the product's longevity, particularly on the Xbox 360.
It's a goal and then level!
There's also the new Be a Pro mode, where you select a single player and try to make him a legend. Much like Madden's Superstar option, it can be annoying to have control over just one position on the pitch, but the simulation options aid in keeping it from being a total bore. And it definitely gives you a new appreciation for play away from the ball. There are even helper prompts to keep you from getting too far out of position. Much like EA's NHL 08, FIFA 08 also includes online leagues, where up to 32 players can take part in a full user-created season, and up to 10 players can lace them up in a single online match. You also get the full complement of existing features with 15 different leagues, 50+ real-world tournaments, a tournament creation tool, and a manager mode, where you take a particular team and build it up by spending points to upgrade your players, trading, scouting, and signing various sponsors. There's almost too much to do in FIFA 08, and EA's international take on football has finally matched Big John's North American iteration.
It's a goal, they've scored here, and they are now...
Last year, FIFA's gameplay got a complete overhaul in the form of an entirely new ball physics system. Rather than virtually tethering the ball to the player in possession and using canned animations for changeovers and tackles, EA gave the ball its own physics. It steepened the initial learning curve, but it also made for a much more realistic and intense football experience. The gameplays remained much the same in FIFA 08. The playstyle calls for much more finesse and technical ability. Passing to a player on one end of the pitch and crashing through every defender to the other end is pretty much impossible. Your passing game has to be spot on. Playing defense makes a lot more sense, as simply getting in front of the play is sometimes enough to break up a rush. And as usual, liberal use of the slide tackle is a good way to get a red card.
So he's going to be sent off here, yes?
In a nod to EA's other sports franchises, FIFA 08 comes complete with signature moves using the left shoulder button, and accurately timing them in succession creates a flurry of maneuvers that can be almost impossible to stop. Sprinting has also been intelligently handled, with players lacking shot and passing control until you take the time to slow down. It's the little things that count in FIFA 08, and the gameplay has been finely tuned to be more realistic and thrilling at the same time.
He's in on goal! Rooney!
For as solid and polished as the rest of FIFA 08 is, the presentation is actually a bit disappointing. Sure, the player models are nice, but considering that a great portion of the game is viewed from so high above the field, it's practically a moot point. And it doesn't help the play-by-play and color commentary is lifeless. The two announcers almost never seem like they're invested in the game, barely raising their voices, even on great plays.
He's made the save!
And the color commentator, in particular, sounds like he's been interrupted from doing something far more exciting.
Well, that's the end. It's time to sign off here.
Competition has a way of facilitating change, and it's obvious that the success of Konami's Winning Eleven franchise has sparked a creative renaissance at EA. The series has finally reached its next-gen potential with a gang of new modes and gameplay tweaks that make the experience much more realistic and skill-based. There's a steeper learning curve to overcome, but it's worth it to finally cast aside the 16-bit pass-pass-shoot trappings the FIFA series has endured for far too long.